So he gonna ask me the question?
Okay.
Go
ahead.
Well, just take us back to what we were just talking about. It's the day that you
Hold
witnessed.
on. I'm sorry. Okay. Go ahead.
It's the day that you witnessed the shooting.
Right.
Tell us what you're doing and what you're
Right.
observing as this is developing.
I'm on the side of the building where I work at, and I was sweeping the streets.
It never fails.
Yeah. I was sweeping the streets, and
Well, let's start over after the.
yeah.
Start from the beginning.
Okay, so
Right. I was on the side of my building where I was working at, sweeping the streets, and I'm cleaning the streets and everything. I see 3 gentlemen coming towards me, and 2 of them are having words, changing words. One of them say, "You're not going to do this no more," you know. So in my mind, I'm thinking it's over a girl. So I still got my head down, sweeping, not paying them no mind. All of a sudden, when I hear the shot, bang, and look up, the kid falls down to the ground, and the 2 that was arguing, one of them shot him, and he ran off. And the other kid that was there was crying over his body and this, that, and other. I walked towards the body, dropped my broom and my shovel down, and told the kid, "Do you know this person? Do you know the person that got shot? Do you know the person that shot him?" He answered yes. I said, "Well, wait here. Let me go in the building, call that police and the ambulance." So I did that, went and got the police and ambulance, and told my supervisor about what happened, and came back up in front. And the kid was laying there on the ground, almost looked like he was dead. I don't know if he died right then or what, but it was blood coming from his head. And that was it, and the cops came. Then, through that week, I was called to come back up in the Bronx to see pictures and who the person that supposed to have done it. Supposed to pick this person out of a lineup. I couldn't pick him up out of a lineup. I picked him up off a picture.
well, initially, tell us what the cops did. Did they first show you some books?
They showed me some books, and then from the books, I could not pick them out. The gentleman that supposed to have did the murder. Then they came to my building where I was working at and brought a picture and showed me the picture.
Just one picture.
One picture. And well, they might have 1 or 2 pictures, basically. But it was easy for me to point out the person because the person I thought I saw that it was in that picture. That's how it went. And from then there, they've been calling me down to testify. Come to the precinct. I think I was 41 precinct or whatever.
43rd.
43rd precinct. And that was it. And I never thought I picked up the wrong person. It's the whole scenario. And that's what's bad. See the young kid laying on the ground thinking it's like my son. That's kind of bad when you think you're seeing your son, thinking of your son, and a gentleman laying down around. I never met his parents or nobody. Everything went so quick, I didn't know who his parents was or anything. Nobody said, his parents never said thank you or nothing like that. The police was the only one that said thank you because I did my job, and I walked away. 18 years later, got several people been coming at my door asking about did I wrongly accuse this kid of being the killer. And that's how it went. And still today, it got me puzzled now. That's the whole thing now. Shaking a brain up and trying to make them remember is something hard to do, especially if he got his own witnesses. And I heard that he supposed to have been in Florida too. That was another thing that was supposed to be said. I don't know why the cops didn't use it or bring the people back to have them testify or whatever. I don't know what's going on at that time.
And so initially, when the shooting happened, you just saw 3 men, not 4. You saw 3.
I saw 3 men. It was never a 4th man. It was never a 4th man. That 4th man, I could never say it was there. I only seen them 3 walking down the street.
Together.
And I thought it was over a female, basically.
Because of what they said.
Because of what they saying, yes. And, young men. So I figured them 2 are arguing about a girl. Thinking they friends, basically, arguing over a girl. Never think somebody gonna die that day.
And the friend of the deceased, did you see him run away after the murder? What did he do right after?
He's standing right there over the person's body. He didn't run. He didn't run nowhere that I know of. He didn't run nowhere. So I don't know. See, I don't know how he was there. He was there.
And did he say he knew the shooter?
He knew the shooter. He said he knew the shooter. He knew the person. I said, "Do you know that person that did it?" He said, "Yeah."
So you asked him, "Do you know the person who did that?"
Yeah. I said, "Do you know that person?" He said, "Yeah." Because I would ask that to anybody. We together, and I'd have said, "Damn, I know that guy." I wouldn't have no reason to hold back and say I don't know him. I wouldn't be afraid to say I didn't know him. I would say I know him. So I think the kid was doing his job saying he knew the person. You know. Now why he did it and what reason, I don't know. Nobody never told me what the reason was why this man killed that kid. You know.
And what did you hear him talk to Evan? But what did you hear him say? Tell me again what you heard the shooter say before he shot.
He said, "You ain't gonna do this. You ain't gonna do this no more. You know, you're not gonna do this. You know." So on that, I didn't know what he was talking about. Thought it maybe was just over a girl, but I didn't think he was gonna kill him. Saying, "You ain't gonna do this no more."
Now, if you can remember, and again, answer after I then talk to Evan. If you can remember, explain the situation when you're at work, when the detectives show up and show you that picture. What do they say? How does it go? Just try and remember what happens when they show up at work.
It's like they had like maybe 2 to 3 pictures, and maybe just came out and shaped which one, which picture, like showing me, you know. So I just pointed out the guy that's supposed to have done. They said, "Yeah, that's the guy." As I pointed out, they said, "Yeah, that's the guy." So I thought I did my job, you know. Not to think that I didn't do my job, that I wrongly locked up somebody. I would have never want to do that. I would never want to lock up an innocent person and let them spend time in jail. But that could have been me. Somebody pointed at me, say I did something or I stole something. I would never want to do that to nobody. If this man didn't do it, oh man, you know, I feel bad, you know. I really do. I really feel bad in my own right, you know, locking up an innocent person.
Cool. I want to show you these alibi witnesses, okay? I just want to emphasize for you, we are not trying to get you to say he's innocent. I'm not here to prove his innocence. I'm here to find the truth. That's all I care about. So whatever it is that you believe and you know, that it is what it is. Just to show that we showed it to you.
I'm a deputy sheriff for the county. You know, the first I heard about it, and I heard the date that they were claiming that he did that, it was kind of like a relief when I first heard about it, because I was just thinking, oh, well, June 19th, I kind of like smiled and I was like, oh, that's ridiculous. They'll figure out that he was in Florida. All they got to do is come to Florida and talk to the people that are here, and there'll be tons of people that will say, oh yeah, Richard was here in Florida.
So only 2 people came to testify for him?
If it was just a random
so
date,
it's 2 against 2
that I couldn't have been sure about, I wouldn't have been able to talk to people and know definitely
They
yes
paid
on
their
that
own way.
date he was with
They
me.
paid their own way.
The defense attorney called them. No one from the prosecution's office, the Bronx DA, no one from the detectives called them. The defense attorney called them, got them to come up.
Which that's physically
paid their own way.
impossible
Just
because
keep-
he was
just
in
walk
my
up a little
house.
bit.
I remember the events, at least the day and the day of my son being born, like what happened, specifically with the people that were around me. I mean, on June 19th, he was in my house. We were talking. I remember specifically that night, he was in my house when we were leaving for my wife to go to the hospital to be induced. I'm looking at him, talking to him, June 19th, June 20th. He's there in my house.
The night he turned himself in, he gave a statement to the police and gave them alibi names and addresses and phone numbers, including yours. Did anybody ever call you?
Not a single phone call. Not a single phone call.
That's kind of messed up. If he really is an innocent person, it's really messed up. Because everybody's messed up behind it.
NYPD called me just to confirm if what
People that testify against him, and the one that did testify,
which is shocking.
and maybe it's a vendetta on this kid too.
Testified at Richard's trial.
You know, but back then the cops were hard on people too. You know,
but it just fell on deaf ears. It is 1,000% impossible for Richard to have committed that crime. There's no way. He can't be in New York and Florida at the same time.
Have you been in touch with him? Do you talk to him a lot?
I haven't seen Richard in, I want to say, over 15 years.
Tell me why you feel compelled to stand here in uniform and talk about Richard Rosario's case.
Well, I mean, it's easy for me. I mean, it's easy to talk about it and let anyone know that's interested in helping him know exactly where he was at the time that they were accusing him. This is my oldest son, and the scary part about it is when I look at him, this is how much time has gone by that Richard's been in jail. You know, from the time that he was born, this is how long it's been.
You're married to John,
Yeah.
police officer,
Mm-hmm.
and you remember Richard Rosario.
Yes.
Tell me what you remember about that time.
I was pregnant with my first son. We were living in a small apartment, Richard was down from New York.
So
staying
did
with
these
us.
people that never came and testified for?
Well, I went to my
Just
doctor's
those two.
office, and when I came back home,
The
it
other
was
ones.
like midday.
But you're only
He
saying
was
6 out
on
of
the sofa
13.
with my husband, and I was telling them that the doctor wants me to go to the hospital on the 20th at 5 in the morning to start inducing my labor. So I told him he had to be out. I could tell you where my sofa was, where my TV was, where the bedrooms were. He was sitting on my sofa, and I remember telling Richard.
See, I don't know what to say. See, I don't, you know, me.
Press the space bar, yeah.
No.
Oh, okay. I don't, my feelings is, I don't know what we can do behind all this.
Oh, there's nothing for you to do other than, I just want your reaction.
Because
Do you think you could be wrong?
I don't know. I still can't say I could be wrong. Because I feel like I was 100%, doing what I had to do. Let's say, doing what I had to do.
What does that mean, doing what you had to do?
Doing what I had to do to say, pointing out the person that's supposed to have done it. That's all I'm getting at. The person that's supposed to have done it, that's the person I pointed at.
Right.
That's who I said did it. Then I don't even know what the other kids said. If he said that was the guy or not, because we was never together. We never saw one.
Where did you? They showed you a photo of him though. When
So-
they came to your work, they showed you a
The
photo.
photo,
You picked
yeah.
him. Where did you think they got that photo from?
I guess he had a previous record or whatever. He
So,
said.
but how do you think he became a suspect? Did you ever know?
No, I never asked him. I never asked questions. Because I didn't feel like that was my job or anything to do. I wasn't concerned about all I feel like they got the man. That's the way I'm looking at it. They got the guy.
Well, seeing all this, what do you think?
In a sense, them saying that he's, I don't know. Like I say, I still feel like I got the man. Now if he get, like I said, if he got a twin brother or someone that look like him, that's the only way. That's the only thing I can say.
Right.
I'm not trying to lock up nobody. And it really hurts my conscience now to see that if I did lock up an innocent person, that's kind of bad. Especially if the cops lied or BS me.
How did the cops lie?
No, I'm just saying, if they came up with some nonsense, whatever.
What do you mean?
I'm just saying, if they came
How
up...
did the cops lie? What did they say to you?
Well,
that
just
would've
to
been
say that if this really wasn't the man, they just bringing up anybody's picture to me.
But that's not the cops saying it. It's you saying it.
No, they showed me a picture and I said, yes, it was him. So how they get the right picture and bringing it to me and I'm putting him in jail?
But they would say that you're the one that did it because you picked him out.
Well, they gave me the picture. They gave me 3 pictures to look at. And they must have knew whatever the guy showed me. Whatever that guy was there, he must have picked that picture out first. Then they bring it to my
Was
attention.
it the 3 pictures of the same guy?
Wasn't the same guy, it was different guys. But that guy looked like the guy that done it. That's the whole thing. It's like I said, it's kind of messed up. I hate to see anybody get
Well,
locked
yeah,
up.
I don't know. But when you say that, I don't. If the cops lied to me, I don't know what the cops could have done.
No,
to
I'm
him.
just saying where is that, they do different things. Maybe trying to convince me to say this is the guy.
Yeah. Without you even realizing it.
Yeah, not even realize. Maybe I did make a mistake. Maybe in that. Maybe that wasn't really the guy. Who's to say? But I know at the time when I did sit down in the courthouse, in the courtroom, and looked at that guy and pointed him out, that was the gentleman that was there.
In the picture.
But in the picture, yes, in the picture also. It's just messed up. It's just messed up to see him saying that he got 13 witnesses. And the 13 witnesses saying that he was there in Florida. And I'm only one. And it was another one. It's 2 people. So why did he get off then? If he was in Florida, why he didn't get off? That's the whole scenario.
Do you think it's possible that he's innocent?
I don't know. I can't say he's innocent. No, I can't.
No,
say.
I'm not asking you if he's innocent. I said, do you think it's possible that you were wrong?
Unless it's another guy that look like him. That's all I can say. It's another person that look like him. Like you say, you and him looking like. Put a little more hair on your face, you'd be like his brother, his older brother.
He'd be lucky.
He'd be lucky. No, but I mean, it's sad because, like I said, 3 people already came to my house asking me about this thing. And if I know all this was going to happen, if I could have seen what was going to happen, I would have never testified. I would have just played dumb. And that would have hurt me more.
I don't know if that's the right
No, because it's bad. They actually had people come here saying this guy wasn't the guy that did it. Saying they got proof, this, that, and other.
Well, let me put it this way. The only people that say he did do it are you and this other guy, Mike.
Right.
That's it.
And the cops saying that he did it.
Well, the cops aren't saying it.
They are.
How do you know? That's
Come
what they said
on,
to you?
sir. Come on, sir. Come on.
No, no,
come
no.
on.
They're saying it through you.
No.
The cops-
They're telling me through with the information that they received and so forth. They're saying he was the person.
They said that to you as he's showing his picture.
Huh? They just said it out of their own mouth. They said it.
What did they say exactly?
No, man, listen. Come on. I'm saying. See, you got this down. You recording it. And I don't want to go through no testimony getting caught. I really don't want to
It's
caught.
not- I'm not a lawyer.
No, but I'm just saying.
I'm not a lawyer.
Yeah.
I can't make you go to court.
No. But
But what I'm saying is when you say the cops got the right...
they said he was the guy. They did say that. The cops did tell me that. This is what I'm trying to tell you. Who said it? I can't tell you who said it because I know they said that he was the guy. You know, they said you got the right. Thank you very much, and that was it.
So after they showed you the pictures, and they came to your work, they showed you 2 or 3 pictures, and you pointed at Richard Rosario. Afterwards, they said, "Okay, that's the guy."
Yeah, that's the guy. That was the guy.
They confirmed after you pointed him out.
As I pointed him out, they said yes. This is how it went.
And it was only 1, 2, or 3 pictures. You know?
1, 2, or 3 pictures.
They said, "Thank you, sir. You picked the right guy." Something like that.
I don't.
You don't remember exactly.
You don't
Yeah,
remember
yeah. They just said that was the guy. I
Right.
pointed, once I said this was the guy, they said, yeah, you got it. That was him.
Right.
That was it. I guess that's what they do once you do pick out a person out of a lineup.
Right.
So I'm not gonna say they did anything wrong behind that neither.
Right.
You know.
Yeah.
They let my conscience know that you did point out the right person. And that was
When's the first time you ever heard anything about this after the trial?
Wow. When his lawyers contacted me,
This year or years ago?
it might have been a year ago.
Okay, that's when it started.
Yeah, that's when it started. I think his time was coming up for him to be released or whatever.
Yeah, no, he's got another 7 years before he's eligible for parole.
Whatever they call it. I guess when you can
Go to court.
go to court.
Yeah.
And then the DA and them came and stuff like that.